country. Today, the 21st day of January, in the year 2025, we can focus on a very important sector, the telecommunication sector. We get three of the most powerful players in the sector who can answer a very simple question we pose. President, do you see this issue of connection, network, it's not human rights? Who side we dey when it comes to access and when it comes to quality? Which are the latest? We get a very distinguished panel here for the people of Salone for answer. But before we come to that, we get some important, as usual, news where we like to share updates of some of government activity. The US ambassador don't go see the new Chief Justice and he say they look forward for support the new Chief Justice with the Right Honorable Justice Kovac Kavanda in leadership. He say he tell President Liu thank you for we make that kind of appointment day for somebody and say the US government get full confidence for continuing for work with the new head of the Salone Judiciary. Last it don't mark the 22-year anniversary, then do Muslim and Christian Thanksgiving ceremony them, and then pledge for continue for expand coverage for the people of this country. Ministry of Information and Civic Education, the minister, Mr. Chairman, don't say in government plan for finalize, he say in ministry the lead plans and for finalize the data protection law inside this year. He made the statements with and they hold the first technical working group meeting at the ministry conference room, and he said this are part of President Bill in efforts that the minister been saying they work closely with the Ministry of Communications and other partners across governments for deliver on the data protection law inside this year. US Census Bureau collaborates with the UN agency that is Statistics Sierra Leone for many of those they call assessments for the forthcoming 2025 Salone census. The team will do a joint assessment for the country in them we can preparing for the forthcoming census. President of SLAJ, Ahmed Said Nasrallah, will go with the executive and for follow-up on the investigation into the alleged murder of one journalist, Samuel Brahma Matia. The SLAJ will issue a statement on this issue and then will call for speedy investigation. And I want to end because I want to provide updates now specifically on this issue. Since we unfortunately lost a member of Vortex Estates, apparently this person was brutally murdered, Samuel Brahma Matia. Beaucoup people jump into conclusion, including some of our colleagues in the Vortex States. I see some headlines that were frankly unfortunate, but we gladly for provide updates. First, as Minister of Information and Civic Education, I express my sincere condolence to the family of Samuel Brahma Matia and on behalf of the government of Salone, and of course, extend them to SLAJ, which I did today in a personal meeting between me, the president of SLAJ, and the chairman of the Independent Media Commission, IMC, to get a conversation. Following that conversation, I talked to the police leadership for get an update to about if I can share, because it's an issue from the first day we only follow up on. Yesterday, the principal suspect in this case, the station manager, Vopan Radio, Joseph Lamine, will give a confession to the Salone police. Joseph Lamine tell the Salone police, say, with the deceased brother, Mr. Matia, and to them we get some kuskas, some issue. He say, because of that small issue that we get, he talked to some area man there. One area man, we in name Namolai, and tell and say that the teammates with brother get witness now will also verify, say, Mr. Lamin, we find out on Wednesday, 15 January, Usai, Mr. Matia Bide, he organized, he go tip Molai, and I think 5 others. Then go, they meet Mr. Matia, the deceased, now in office, na Vopa de Radio, then tie him, then beat him, and then brutally murder him. Police gets plenty evidence for corroborates this confession, including the blood, the money, personal property, the way they left inside the office, inside for hide and inside police store, pull all of this. They then drag the body and then go dump her not far away from the site, and apparently they go back and report to the person we send them. Say, oh, no, now, and all that. The Salon police been committing the act swiftly on this case, and I want to use this opportunity for also commend the leadership of the Salon police for where they handle this investigation professionally. Of course, the investigation continues. A police report say more like himself currently in a police custody, and plenty of the other people the way the police be suspecting and with the police, they also they help the police with the investigations. The reason we could provide this updates on this breakthrough and because as is of headline and evidence of shrinking of civic space and evidence of this. Finally, we follow the facts. This government no will target any journalist at all, and we score on freedom of information on 92, and we retire from the start. So we continue to provide now with factual information on this issue, and so this issue affects we all. We ask the police for them to continue and make them make sure say justice, not only for be done, or for the sin for be done, for related order. We please say, God will be and good God. So that's the update on a very important news day that is an internal issue within the station. Apparently, the deceased and the deputy and the accused, we think say you can take all the power. And so we take and say where the deal with them. The way they deal with them, now they deal with them, now say they end up taking life. Okay. That's now the updates we will get on news. I want to come now to the very distinguished panel we will get today. On the immediate right, and somebody who I believe no need introduction anymore, we are the Honorable Minister for Communications, Technology and Innovation. I for also mention the youngest minister inside the Madam-led government, first minister of this portfolio with that, because I'm in Ministry, Communications, Technology and Innovation. And I think by every assessment, one of the most outstanding ministers in the government of Salone, the sister, Minister Salima Morababa. On the left, I get this man I can like for calling the funky DG, but a man with astute in leadership, the Director General of one of the most important institutions there, the National Telecommunications Authority, NATSCA. I also pleased to welcome for the first time here a brother, the Honorable Boston Munda, who is the chairman for the Committee on Communications, Innovation and Technology at the Salon Parliament. And I know say the brother they represents Kenema District, a Parliament, and a member of the Grand Old Party, the Sierra Leone People's Party. So we tell them thank you as well. We join me today for the first time. Simple conversation we get. We start with the minister, we come to NATSCA, we come to the chairman, and then we don't get plenty questions online. I will start by putting a question and get to them. And then we come to now, all my gets in chance to finish this conversation and go. Madam Minister, this is an opportunity in Nigeria. You will lead one of President Bureau Big Five. But the question that people in mind right now is this question of network coverage and quality. Give me a bit of a state of the sector for Usawidi now. all the big things that we may know say we work on in terms of policy, in terms of all things at the sector. One for the minister, 10 minutes. Let's set the scene for me on who side we did right now on the question of telecommunications. My minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, and also Anjali, first of all, welcome to all the people living in today. And thank you for the backstage place, not because we're talking about, but anyway, but definitely thank you. And also for providing platform for the communication sector, can I today, for carrying up these people outside with I think, say, the three players that we can also talk about in terms of decision making, in terms of progressing the government agenda when it comes to communication. We have three that we can sit on and we can strategize and how for do that work really closely together, supported by Parliament. But to the question we asked, we on side with I think say really critical. I think say first for waiting for layout first. The government in commitment to digital transformation. I think say one thing we will talk about His Excellency the President in legacy. One of the critical legacy to this country, and the fact of the call the father of digital transformation or the chief of digital transformation in this country, because now under leadership we don't see significant progress not be made, and also prioritization from the highest government bodies that we can to this. And the reason why I think it's important for more layout, why this government prioritize digital transformation, why we think it's important. Because we all know so we live in 2024, this is a modern age, this is a new age, this is a digital age. So many other countries that don't go before we come to how government deliver services to citizens. How will they able to improve citizens' life? If you think of before, not also say press conference every day, past put a something a town cry yourself, if you remember before you go to turn the ala the news. So now that the thing of technology, don't move, go to newspaper. Now when do video recording, now you do live streaming. So because of this critical reason, the president will say, for me, the government able to deliver better for the people, and therefore able to use technology. So this is the reason why we prioritize them. But also the president understands the potential for economic and entrepreneurship growth. We go boost the economy. So this time we couldn't prioritize them. But for me, digital transformation happened. One of the critical things for digital transformation now communication and the infrastructure. Without mobile, without internet service, no matter what you do, that space that name will I think so we focus on the communication sector today, not to say the ministry, there's so many other areas then, but I think say this focus conversation today, now specifically on the communication sector. And I think the question you asked most I need to make of us think what waiting at the government commitments that we make in the 2019 and 2024 medium-term national development plan. I'm not going to talk about public information, but if you summarize that critically, the government commits it expand mobile and internet service. And I mean one of the critical commitments that the government make. And towards that ending, if you see what you do for able to achieve landing, we'll give some information on landing. First of all, policies. Critical for me, if you talk say, and as the minister talks say, President Bioba talk say, mobile and internet service are basic human rights. We don't come on at the stage the way we think say, if you get mobile phone, if you get internet, now you host, now luxury. You forbid some kind money man for me, you get to go school and we'll say, well, go if we don't get a kind of facility then you. Because we also probably get out, they want you to get money, but we don't move from that. We don't say basic like how citizens they get right to water, they get right to education, they get right to healthcare, they also get right for their mobile and internet service. So that basis where we come from. We don't look what towards the policies, critical policy development. Because if you don't get policy, you don't get strategy, that means you don't get plan for which year, you must get plan. We don't implement the National Innovation Digital Strategy. We don't implement the National Digital Development Policy. We don't also implement and don't pass the National Broadband Strategy. We talk about how we plan for really expand this mobile and internet service all across our world. We have to have a strategy. We don't get that strategy, maybe development partners and support we follow. We also don't get the government enterprise architecture. We we talk about, okay, how we plan for digitized government, we have to have a plan. Let's say, development partners, government, some put finance into renewable development. But also, critically, for me, we will move this, you can forget one of the difficulties that they will normally get institutions. So if you think about institutions then, with this government not established and we can't now really affect and if I will move this along. If you think of establishment of DSTI, the Directorate of Science, Tech and Innovation, and the first of its kind in this country. You think of the National Cyber Security Coordinating Center, where before we don't get, we talk about digital transformation, you talk about data there, so we also know say protecting our cyberspace is important. You can't get one without the other. And we don't see that establishment, or even recently, we don't go to a tier 3 cybersecurity country in a global ranking. And they show the work with agency they do. We also don't get the Universal Access Development Fund, the government set up, but it will really expand connectivities in some rural areas. And also, just a good term, as I see the government will make significant investments in the sector to date, $132 million. The government don't direct investment into the sector for move the agenda before. We also don't do partnerships, for example. Quite recently, we signed a partnership agreement with Guinea, the neighboring country. That will allow we to connect with Guinea and also will allow we, for in the case of we get fiber cuts. We own cable cuts now, so Guinea will give you emergency capacity. Then self the same thing, the young cuts, we said we will give the emergency capacity, so no way will go completely dark till we resolve the issue. But then also one of the most critical things as well, too, we also encourage innovation. You know, as most people know, last year His Excellency the President in a program where he launched the National Tech Summit, we also see the launch of Starlink in Asalo. You know, we become the 10th country in Africa for this Starlink license, which supported by NATCA. We also encourage competition. You know, we get 2 providers for the longest time, and we encourage a new entrant, which like you said, because we use a competition, they do well for we can to pricing, affordability and access. And within this, we get critical numbers that we get for put out and share. We don't really show intangible because we have tangibles. You know, keep talking letting about when I not see the data as they can say, nobody believe. We can't to fiber backbone. In 2019, we fiber backbone at 8 districts to Mini. Today, we fiber backbone within our 14 districts. This is a 75% increase. We can to mobile network coverage. In 2019, the telcos they may only get 798 mobile sites across Sierra Leone. Today, they get 1,405 mobile sites, and a 76% increase. We can to mobile network modernization, adding a 2G, 3G, 4G. We don't see 2G, and people like us say, look, no, I 2G, because some people then push to start phone, you get and you get a 2G network you need. So 2G will not increase from 80 to 96% coverage as a long. 3G increase don't go from 60 to 96. And 4G not increase from 35% from the 2019 to 87%. And also, NATCA encourage the telcos then for the 5G pilot phase. Mobile subscribers, again, gone down quickly before we don't set 89% increase in mobile subscribers from 2019 to date. We, internet mobile traffic, we don't set increase from 14,000 to over 110,000 terabytes per quarter. Then critically, what I will round up on now the wholesale bandwidth price. Before around 2019, for wholesale bandwidth price, we said that at $40. Today, in 2023, we are at $10 per MB for wholesale. And for retail, before we done a 75% decrease in the price as a result of the investments that we are doing. Retail internet price now, when I already the pay we can now. The wholesale and already the telcos that provide and go buy. Retail waiting that they sell to people they at. We also 67% reduction before, now 120. Now we pay for new entrants. So they are around average of $40 a month for new entrants. So these are some of them data and statistics I think say important because all well and good Mokaya and Castle and I say we don't do all this but if we not say intangibles, you know, people don't believe. And I say all this for saying no, we don't think say we don't reach 100% to we We not give this information data for things say we dey fly colors, we dey permit the best. We show them for show one, say government we dey permit to commitment them, we dey permit progress. But we also know say there's more to be done, there's more work to be done for everywhere. So say all man as we say they really get access to the service, and also issues of quality of service are addressed. Separate from that.
Thank you very much. And the Minister, thank you very much. As you say, Una, with his ability minister, is studious and he also always acts right on time. I also please for share with you and say some of the numbers the way the minister shares so, and that data they will make available after this press conference. Because I see someone with the struggle for copy. How you don't do the homework for we give you. This government have a job done for give information. Oh yeah, you only number the 75% increase, 76% increase. If I not call all the number, the 1 million and 525% increase, 689% in terms of mobile traffic. You know, they're big. And that made the guy say President Bill the father of digital transformation because of the real numbers they are getting. So we thank you for this work you do. Now, Mr. Digital. All this work they do these past 2 weeks, or let's say for the past 4 or 5 months, mobile phone companies they name on the play. People they get plenty questions. But I want first to make we give you a chance for me to talk about NATSCA. Because people don't even understand NATSCA role, the function we get, how they perform that function day, and waiting me know because all the time I talk to you and we work together very closely, but waiting you they do as the DG of that kind of institution for doing 2 things that we discuss now. For support, expansion of coverage, improvements in quality. Over to you, Mr. Aguilar.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Paul. Thank you for the opportunity, Honorable Minister. I'm Aguilar, commonly known as PIDO, Director General of NASCA. I just take off from where the Honorable Minister of Communication left. We work with the ministry. The ministry always help with. The ministry is more focused on policies and a whole lot more. But because this sector we just very dynamic and technology-oriented sector. Some of the work that we do, we always work with the ministry for make sure, say, on the policy side, on the government side, things are fine. And then we know that we get on the technology and the implementation side. So with that kind of role, that kind of role is to regulate the sector, for make sure, say, the internet service people they get proper, for make sure, say, the voice services are also good. But as they do that, as NAFCA to do that, we have to ensure that we get 3 people there for police, or 3 groups of people there for police as we carry out the mandate. The first person is the consumers. We need to make sure, say, the consumers are happy with the services the operator they provide. That is one of our #1 mandates, for make sure, say, they are happy. The other person is the operators themselves, they're investors. So I don't get an economy where investors play a really big role. So we have to make sure that when we do regulations, the regulations, they see to the fact that they stay in this country and work with this NATSCA for ensure that the people of this country get the right service. And then we also get for please the government as well. So every time we make a decision, anytime we make a decision, we need to make sure, say, we draw a line, like maybe this book glad is small, but it's not glad, this book glad, because at the end of the day, that's our mandate. So just imagine trying to do that all the time. And because we sector very dynamic, it's a technology sector, every time I have to make that decision, I say, okay, this particular time, I would have to satisfy, next week or next month, which until come up, So by percentage, somebody go gladly, somebody not go gladly. But we say get relatives and we are consumers as well, and we go once they really talk to me about okay, network band right now. And they go fed back hard. So please understand that women they regulate or who they regulate. Do bad in the business, right? I'm saying them they when they do bad, you call them number, you want them. Next time maybe you will have an issue, you go out, sit down and cancel on that. So you get forget to point now where you see this wire now, if I not touch as small, you not go behave. And that's the night you pull the king, you do what's in it for you. So that I just get reference to some of the things that when they happen right now, what I all know about the network connectivity in the country. The operator them, the busy right now, they update the network. And what they do, they try to do it now will make things better, you know. But if in the process, you make decisions the way not good for the people of this country, I as a regulator has to step in. So, which did not happen in the past few days, where I'm also now all aware of, that's what's happening. So like for example, 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G. 2G, if I can explain that briefly, something to do with more voice calls. There was more back and forth with my niggas, you know. Then you go to 3G. 3G is in between the voice and data. So as you increase from 2G to 5G, we are moving more to data than voice. And as we're all aware, data is where the world is going. Most people are now saying voice calls, WhatsApp calls, because you know, on the internet, WhatsApp, Facebook, it's all data driven. So the consumer, the operators are really busy trying to ensure that as technology they come, they adopt them. Because most people inside are smartphones and they get. Smartphones are better geared for the higher G technologies. So the operators are kind of busy with doing that. We don't give them how they call us trial license for 5G. 5G is more geared towards data than voice. The other point why I want to talk about, I believe the minister don't talk about already, now coverage. Right now, 4G coverage in the country is about 72.11%. Internet penetration in 2018 was 13%. Now it's 30.4. So the government in mandate, the government in own goal to make sure say everywhere in this country people are able to access the internet and to reduce costs. So where the ministry they put the infrastructure in place for get this done, me almost as a regulator that will make sure say the price is affordable. We want to make sure say you didn't Balamwe or you didn't Kailam or Shepema, you know, and you want to apply for passport, right? We want to make sure say you don't come back. The ministry they ensure say that the travel infrastructure will ensure say you get the application and you get the website where you go, we will allow you to do that. You don't need for free talk. So on me on side now, and the affordability, now me now go tell the operator and say, this price I want to get so, affordable for the consumers. And then we look at that side of things as well. So 5G technology is in the trial phase. The operators are working hard to get that in place. We get Starlink, for example. Starlink don't kind of the country. Most people are happy about it. Starlink, the good thing about it is you don't need open infrastructure for get time place. They can't put the equipment no more than you go for the trial. So at this point, we even get people away, don't volunteer or vendor them, where they put community Wi-Fi. So if you did a PZ, for example, you go able to connect to the network, then of course they charge you some money, but the cost is something that you negotiate with us. So that's ongoing. And then different communities can do that. We get cross-border coordination as well. So if you did a Guinea border, so that between Guinea and Sierra Leone, there's a need to make sure that the frequency, they know in Gambia, for example, with the Cage Guinea station, and then the mess up. So we get, we do regulatory team where they work on that to make sure that they work properly. We also get free roaming. Free roaming ensures that if you travel from Maya to Senegal, if somebody calling from here and you in Senegal, because they get charged for the call. But if you use Senegal, you call, that's an example, you call them, then they charge you the rates within that country. So those are things that are happening. And I want to say thank you to the Minister again, Minister of Communication, because they helped NATCA with this digital transformation. A portion of it, of what they do, they help NATCA because they get the tools they all need for make things better for the people of this country in terms of communications. Quality of service is a big issue. Like I said, I know so now the concern about what they happen. NATCA, like I said, we are on top of this. We work on it very hard. We need to just find people there. We need to do that there. All the children, we don't engage. So we don't come to a point I would say, then people really for pay attention to the people of this country. You have to take Sierra Leone seriously. So whatever that is in social media, that's what's happening.
DG, thank you for that. I want to give DG 2 more minutes. Because normally in this press conference, I can let you talk direct, don't know the language in the social media. So we say waiting happen. Explain to me by details waiting happen.
All right.
And waiting the step the way you don't take.
All right. So Orange Network, as you're all aware, has been very bad. Very, very bad. People that drop calls and a lot of, and we don't get a lot of complaints, just a lot of complaints. What's in the military for doing that for improve the network really? But in the process, but good bad thing happen, Like I give an example, like the other day, me and Minister did a talk, they come up put you on the camp, right? So he called me, we talk about NTR, and then whenever we talk, and then we reach now, we were still able to talk. I switched to a different network. As she switched to the network, we spoke for about 15 minutes. We talked till done, right? So what did happen? When you pick up your phone for make a phone call, there are several things that in between when they make the call, they go from your phone to the other person. Your phone are one thing. So there's quality of service and there's also quality of experience. Quality of experience therefore do with you on side of it, the time for we get. So phone that you get, we don't know how to So that is said they affect the quality of experience. Me as a regulator, me they deal with the quality of service. So like if you drive from Congo Cross now to Wilkins Road, they get a tower where they all over the place. As they move from one point to another, you left this tower and connect to the other tower. So then when you go like uplines, for example, you lost that connection because the towers are too far apart. So we didn't work on that. But what's happened? So when this happened with Orange, we call them. We say, when I come, this is not good for the people of the school. Then we work on this. I was very willing, and that's I would tell you that I was very willing to say, Lord, we work on this together because I cannot shut you down like that. For me, I'll be one in the internet camera. I'll be one. For punish, now one thing. What my goal was to make sure that when I get this service, when I go, when I deserve. So that's why I work with them. I call them several times, they kind of give me deadline. So by this time, we will not fix the problem. Because they change equipment there, right? Then that may happen, they don't really meet the deadline. Then we also get power issues. In the process of changing the tower, this equipment, they also change the power vendor because they provide power for their site. So for me, it's like, why would you do that? You already have problems, then you go change the person that way they provide power. So it just makes things get really worse. And we sat down with them several times, they signed documents for saying they will do this and that, but it never happened. And at the end of the day, like I say, I have to look out for 3 groups of people. This time, the consumers have to win. So that's why I made that decision to finance it. I find them $1 million.
All right, thank you very much, Director General of NATSCA, Mr. Amara Biliwa, commonly called Pido, or Funky Dish. I don't say nickname there. Thank you for that update today. Now, DG talk about different constituencies then. Somebody didn't understand constituency now, honorable leader, the people they represent. And parliament, always people they can go cry to as well. So on this question again, coverage, quality, as the people they represent, waiting una they do and how una they work. I want to give the honorable 7 minutes. Make you answer this question. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, being an online posting represents the people of Kenema district. We key mandates as members of parliament are 3 functions we get. We make law, we provide oversight, and we represent the people. So like the minister say, the people are concerned. But why should they make them law then? We always align with the sector players. We mean the minister and the DG and the sector and the private sector as well. We can pass laws, we ratify loans and agreements for them for when they work. So when they loan and agreement they plan at parliament, including grants, we can make sure say we ratify them and allow them for their work proper. So afterwards, we provide oversight on their loans and loan agreements working. So some of them things we can do together to make sure say we get a proper synergy between the entire sector. But if you come back to the oversight proper and the concerns raised by people in the country about quality of service, now things will be on the risk all the time. Most times the people that can hold members of parliament accountable for things they make like concern. Because they don't get voice at large extent, they don't get voice for who meets the minister, or they go to DG, go to my before say DG, tell me what's now the problem, what did happen in the sector. So they rather kind of parliament for can ask parliamentarians say, not tell me what's the problems. Because we now represent them in the parliament. So when you talk about quality of service, I don't engage the minister as a committee chair, we don't engage the DG, in fact we don't engage the private sector. We as members of parliament, the Constitution section 93 give you the power for ask them for what they do and activities. We go section 94 again, anything for do with public interests. The committee they really sets aside. So the Speaker of Parliament sets a specific committee, subcommittee to the Communication Committee, where it happened for the chairman of the committee, for looking into the concerns of quality of service. So the committee will take the responsibility for all at the entire district for all look at what did happen, particularly Orange. We get specific reference to Orange because currently we all know to secrets of all the constraints with Orange, the network. And as they constrain the network, we equally divide top up. The people there, everybody divides top up, they divide data. but the letter return that we support, the return data. So you want to make call, you don't make call. So we go to the site. Mr. Minister, it will interest you for those say, yes, they don't change some, because they say they do optimization. They mean say they change new vendor to another, from the old vendor to a new vendor. Going out from Ericsson to Huawei. So we'll look at the Sierra Leone, say, yes, they really do the new things there. But in the process, they didn't forget quality. In fact, they get what we call road network. If they come out of Mashaka or they head into Bo, you know they will talk about road. Did you mention that? When minister will come up with a call available for me, but we switch to another network here before. So we get any road network issues then. You know they for make call along the road. We tell them down it. Then tell me say, okay, they get KPIs every day they meet. We ask the minister in DG, you say, how come the people are reached at the KPIs? Because which means that KPIs are key performance indicator. We mean say the actual pass, the NATCA actual pass, give them specific leverage for look at the indicators then. If they don't meet the indicators then, the DG get right to find them at every given point. But we they ask the minister in DG, how did they reach at those KPIs? Because if we don't go on the site, we notice say those road networks not the work at all for people. You go on the site, some site they don't care, you go and say, this site there. When you go there, some take a year off. And what do? We further engage with people. We not rely on data where Orange tell me, because for data, they're very good at data. But we go back to the people to ask the people. We not tell them our constraints. For Cambia, for example, one particular site, they don't ever get network set. From 7 to 12, they get network in the evening. So all of this constraint, we come back, we call the DG, we call Orange. We now ask them, say, we need to step up with this network. Luckily for it, the DG and NATCA, they really enforce the law to make sure they levy fine on them. And they act and the regulation give the powers for all this levy fine. So we ask the agency, we are bringing new regulations. The regulations where they give an enforcement for do, because some of them fine maybe for me and not to a minimum. We need for fine. They want to multinational companies, they make profits. If they don't make profit, then they invest. So when I find them more, then we will forget more reliable network for the people of this country. Thank you.
Well, Chairman, so the 1 million not be enough?
The one, Nikki knows the 1 million enough, one more of that. Because the more fine, the more we will improve on the network.
See the people like representatives say DG for not even do more. When I remember what DG say they consider 3 different things. Also, the consumers, the investors, and the government. So if it starts by very high fines, maybe it will turn the investor their way. So DG, he a good papa.